Hi guys, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie, and welcome back to my channel. Now, of course, you guys know that the production team is Mano Media. I'm going to make sure that I actually leave their link in the description box down below. They do pictures, they do documentaries, they do videos, they do it all, child. Like if you want anything photographic, they are here for you. So don't you ever say I've never done anything for you people, okay? But anyway, ninjas, of course today, as you guys have seen, I promised you that I'm gonna have this video up, and these are signs. I don't know how many, but you guys will see on the title. I'll count how many I actually speak about. That you're actually dealing with a love scammer. Now I know that some of you guys may be a bit surprised. Why are you so passionate about this? I was almost a victim, and the way that this guy, guys, was, I could not see him a mile coming. It was only my cousin that actually helped me when she basically said, listen, people from this country, they do have some scammerish behavior, that obviously I also got to wake up. So I just definitely told myself that I'm gonna be that voice that also educates. If you're gonna get love scammed, but at least have some knowledge, like have some fighting chance. But most importantly, don't give up a money, okay? So don't get love scammed for nobody. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and dive right into this. So I do actually have my diary here, because I did want to actually have some pointers so that I actually do not forget, right? So the first one is that the I love you, guys, it comes like that. This person will tell you I love you even before they physically see you. They will tell you I love you over the phone. Okay, now of course I feel like if you've not watched my other video, you definitely need to. I will link it. So we have already established that love scammers are not only just online. You actually also will meet a love scammer at a mall. You meet a love scammer at a garage. That's where I met mine. You will meet a love scammer anywhere. Okay, so obviously you guys also know that now they actually do target you guys. They do not work alone, they work as a syndicate. And sometimes what they actually do is that they scout, like in the car garages, right? I mean in the car parking, like in the malls. They will stand there, like, they basically, how can I say this, like, you may find that maybe it's 2 or 3 guys that are working together. One stays in the parking lot. They scout women that are actually coming out of beautiful cars, expensive cars, and then they take a picture of you, and then they send someone that is already inside. So this guy that is inside, he's meeting you, already knows that, oh, this one actually just dropped off from a Porsche. He has got a Porsche parked outside, and he's like, hi, how are you? Whatever. And maybe you can start a conversation with something like, oh yeah, I actually love, or whatever, something, you understand? So I think that I'm just trying to have you guys understand that they're not only just working online, they're also working out here. Okay, so the I love you will come very, very quickly. Okay, so if you meet him online, and maybe you guys actually talk, either you video call or you speak over the phone, or even just typing, he will tell you, like, I've never felt like this before. I don't know what's going on. This is new, this is different. Oh man, I just can't control my feelings. I love you. He is lying. He wants to scam you. Okay, stay woke. No one is gonna meet you today and fall in love today. You see, that love at first sight is only in movies. Okay, at this point we're too old for that nonsense. It does not happen. If someone is loving you, they love you for a reason. There's something about you that they've seen, and it's not only just about your looks. There's something. But if someone tells you I love you the day they meet you, or 2 days or 3 days after, what do they love about you? Someone can say I like you, I would love to get to know you better. That makes sense. But to say I love you, that's actually a very big red flag. Now the second point is that they will not spend too much money. So obviously they know that as women, we no longer, especially a woman that is actually established, because these are the women that they actually target. They target established women. They're not gonna say, oh, come to my house on the first date. They will try, but if obviously you refuse, he knows that he has to obviously bend a little bit so that he will be able to get what he wants. So what is he going to do? He's going to take you on a cheap date, or rather something affordable. If he takes you, if let's say maybe you are insistive and you insist that you don't want to go to like a cheap restaurant, and you want to go to a certain restaurant that maybe is a bit lunny, basically what he's going to do is that you should actually check. Mostly he won't eat. He won't. Mostly either order water or you only order a drink, but he's not going to order food. And let me tell you why. At this point, he does not know whether if he will get money from you or not. One thing about love scammers, guys, they're very, very entitled. So him actually just spending time with you, taking that time and going on a date with you, he already has that at the back of his mind wherein it's like, listen, like this is like I'm supposed to get billed for this, okay? And on top of that, he has to pay the bill. Trust and believe they scream inside every time they have to do that, because their aim is not to spend money but to get money from you, okay? So they will take you on a cheap date. Obviously McDonald's is a bit underrated, or rather overrated, so they won't take you mostly to a McDonald's, but they will take you to like a Spare, not that I'm saying that these are cheap places, but these are very affordable places, okay? A Spare, he can basically spend 250 on you on like your meal and your food, and your drink. And then you can find that with him, he will choose maybe to just have water or have a drink. He'll have one excuse or another. Sometimes he'll say, no, I'm fasting or something. But if he does not eat on that date, it's a very big red flag. And if he only says that, let's go for a coffee date, order food, okay? Order food. Like, let's finish this scammer's monies. So be very vigilant when it comes to that. If he doesn't take you to a nice place, that's also a red flag. If he doesn't eat, it's an even bigger red flag, right? Now, obviously, the next one is love bombing. Ndakabawo, when I tell you that no one will love you like a man that is about to scam you, ciao. You will sacrifice everything that you have because you will think that you have actually gotten the one. Now at this point, I think that's why I'm saying you need to watch my previous video. We've established that these guys work very quick, okay? Most of them, their maximum time is like 3 months with you. After 3 months, if second month he's not getting anything, he starts to pull away. Mind you guys, remember, these people, guys, they are heartless, cold demons, okay? They do not love you. He does not even like you for that. They laugh about you with their friends, okay? They do that. They sit down, they discuss us, and then they even make fun of us, guys. Like, it's so sad, Some will be talking about how, did you see her? Yo, that one, she's so ugly. Hey, that one, her teeth, she doesn't have teeth. She's missing. They do things like that because this person does not even care. Sometimes does not even like you, but they're professional actors. That's why they have missed a calling. They should actually just be actors because they're very good at what they do. So what is this person going to do? Within the space of within a very short space, obviously, as I'm saying, the relationship is very much rushed. The emotions are very much intensified. So you look at this person that calls you every single day, no fail. Every morning you wake up, it's a good morning. During the day, he checks up on you. He will always ask you, what do you need? If you need anything, he will be there, okay? He will be there. I'm actually convinced at this point that basically what they do is that if he meets you, right, or let's say maybe you guys talk over the phone or whatever, there are times that they're gonna basically just put you a bit on ice, and then they focus on like the one that they feel, okay, I can get more money here. That's why their time is very limited, because if you look at it, it does not make sense. How is it that a love scammer, anytime you call him, he's gonna answer your phone? What time does he have to be with other women? So that's why they only have about 3 months, because they make sure that they're gonna focus on you fully. They give you all the attention, get all the money, and then after that they run and they go to the next person. So that's why I'm basically saying that their love bombing is actually on another level. If you're someone that just does not know anything about love bombing, you will not see it coming, because love bombing and actually someone that loves you in a relationship looks exactly the same. The only difference is that obviously with the love bombing, it's something that only happens for a very short period of time. So you need to be very careful when it comes to that. This person will give you all the love, all the attention. He will be there for you. If you have got kids, he's gonna include your kids in every single thing that you guys talk about. He's going to study you a bit to find out what are the things that you actually like, and he's going to mold himself into that thing that you actually like. So it's very important not to tell a man, well, this is the type of man I want, because if he now molds himself to the exact man, it will be very difficult for you to actually see him coming, okay? The next one is that they are very private, right? In terms of when you are getting into a relationship with a love scammer, he will tell you that I'm a very private person. I don't like to discuss my relationship with friends. I don't like to discuss my relationship with my family. I like to just be me and my woman. They are lying, guys. The reason for that is because love scammers know and understand that if you are to now start talking about everything that happens in that relationship with someone that is not in that love scamming situation, then this person that is on the other side will wake you up. So he makes it seem like he does not discuss his relationships with his friends or anyone, so he does not want you to discuss your relationship with your friends and stuff, but he's lying. He discusses you with his friends because they sit down and they discuss how they can best scam you, okay? So you need to be very careful when it comes to that. If someone you're getting into a relationship with and they're like, oh, I'm a very private person, I don't like anybody talking about my relationship, I don't like people knowing anything about me, and that is actually a very red flag, because if it's something that is a good union and that is from God, why should there be some secrecy? And if you love the woman that you are with, why can't you shout it from the highest mountain that I'm in love? The trick here with them saying that we need it to be private and blah 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 is because they don't want you to talk to an Owamie that is gonna say, sis, no, actually I think that they're actually scamming you, because why is he asking money from you? Okay, so that is the reason. Now the other thing again here is that they are not active on social media. People that are not active on social media are a huge red flag, especially in this day and time. Like, this person has got a smartphone. Now again, remember guys, the individual things of this is not necessarily to say a red flag, but if you are to tick and most of the boxes of the stuff that I'm talking about right now, they are actually checked, you need to be very careful, honey, okay? High chances are you are definitely dealing with a love scammer. So they do not have social media, guys, but they are on social media. So you met this person on Tinder, but the person's like, no, I don't like social media, blah blah blah. But they do have an account that is on Facebook, they do have an account that is on Instagram. They're just not active, they do not post. Sometimes they will even lie and say, I don't have any social media at all. But when you're talking to them, you find that, nah man, this person now knows about Skomota. Where did you hear about Skomota? Because you're not on Facebook, you're not on Instagram, you're not anywhere. Maybe you're only on Tinder, or you met this person at the mall. And how are you getting to know all this stuff? Because when you don't have any access to any of that, most of them, they will make an excuse of, oh no, I watch YouTube, I love YouTube. They're lying. They do have private accounts that they're not active, because if they were to be active, the problem is that if he scams me, I can be able to go and expose him, and they don't want any attention to themselves because they're private people. They're not private people, they're scammers, Basil. Okay. So the other one here is that they will introduce you to their family and their friends very, very quickly. Some of them will actually have you talk to a woman over the phone and say, that is my mother, or talk to a girl and that is my sister, or I'm very close to my sister, I'm very close to my mom. And then the person on the other side will be talking, hello my child, whatever, and they will even have the accent that matches whichever accent they speak. So if this is a South African guy, the mother will have a South African accent. If this is a man from Uganda, which we have realized that them Ugandans and their ancestors are not here to play with nobody, okay, they will have like a matching accent, right? So basically what happens is that most times you're not even talking to this person's mother, you're talking to someone, a woman that has been hired, and this is what she does. So you'll find that the same woman, she actually is a mother-in-law to like over 50 women, working with over 50 guys at the same time. Yes, unfortunately, we do have females that are also betraying us with these love scammers. They do not work alone, they also do work with females. So at this point, it is just quite sad, but this is something that is actually happening. And of course, as I'm saying, it's really honestly quite sad. So how is it that you're meeting a guy today and 3 days later he's introduced you to his mother, and his mother is already welcoming you, his mother or his ancestors, right? They are welcoming you, and yet this guy has not even gotten the opportunity to get to know you, who you are. So who is he introducing? That's when you actually see, like, obviously that also falls in within the love bombing, but that's when you actually see that, nah, something is definitely off here. So high chances are you are definitely dealing with a love scammer. Sometimes what they would do do is that they will have some of their friends, like maybe about 4 friends, come in, they meet you, just so that you feel secured. And what are the friends gonna be saying? You are our wife, our friend has never been this happy, he has never felt this way, he was talking about this and that. And then the guy will tell you that, oh, my friends love you so much, they say you're a very good woman, you're very kind, this and this and this. It's a way, sis, to soften your heart so that they can scam you. Stay woke. Definitely stay woke. Now, the other thing again that this guy will do is that he will start calling you my wife. Now, I know that with most women out there, being a wife is like a huge thing, and I do not dispute. I think that I'm just at a point where being called a wife is not something that really just shakes me, because I was a wife, I've been married, I've seen what goes in there, and trust and believe, I ain't discouraging anybody. It's a good thing, but when it's bad, it's bad. So I don't really, you calling me my wife does not move me, is what I'm trying to say. But there are certain people that the moment you start calling them your wife, they are immediately moved. They look at you like, oh man, this man loves me, this man wants to marry me, this man this and this. They call my wife everyone. Everybody. After he scams you, trust and believe, the following day, or literally the following day, he's calling my wife someone else, because he would have gotten what he wants from you. So him saying my wife means zero. If a man really wants you and he wants to call you his wife, he should go to your mother and your father or your family and pay lobola, and then he can actually call you his wife, and that's when it actually matters. Okay, so this nonsense of them calling you my wife, our wife, is nonsense. Okay, it means zero, because you're not really his wife, because where did he pay lobola for you? When was the marriage? When was the wedding? So you need to stay woke when it comes to that. Scammers will definitely start calling you my wife within 4 days of knowing you, and then the friends will also say that. And they also have this thing of a promise of a better future. Obviously, some of them will even pretend like, you know what, we wanna move in together. They will paint this picture of a perfect life. These guys are good guys. They are very, very good. You will not even see them coming whatsoever. The sweetest soul, they always look very innocent, they always look very caring, they always lie about God. Some of them will be sitting, you find that their bed stands and their house will always have a Bible. Those are mostly love scammers. They have a Bible, they scam using God, they will have a Bible, but if you look at it, this nigga will never open that Bible a single day. So why is that Bible over there? What is it doing there? So those are just some of the stuff that you actually need to see, because they do plant things so that they can fit the narrative that they have and they want. Okay, now obviously the other thing again that they will do is that love scammers will show you pictures. They will show you pictures of the time they had money. So they will show you pictures of them maybe traveling, they will show you pictures of them having a lot of cash, they will show you pictures of them like, this is the car I was driving, things just got bad a bit. They will always have a promise of that there's money that is coming. They are lying. The money they had was from another woman that finished, because one thing I should tell you about love scammers, guys, abana ngqondo, they don't have sense. The money that they get, they don't even do anything lucrative about it most of the time, because they don't know how hard it is to actually work for money. Imagine if you're able to scam one woman 1 million, and then after 3 months you scam another 800,000, another 3 months you scam another 500,000. This person does not have the reality of exactly like the value of money. So what do? Most of them, they wear very expensive clothes. They wear your Louis, your Gucci. They go to really expensive restaurants by themselves. And one thing about love scammers, they're very stingy. That's one thing I'm going to go ahead and tell you. They're very, very, very stingy. This guy can have thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions in his account. He will still not spend it on you, because his aim is always focused on getting your money. So you need to be very woke. You need to be very, very woke. So they will show you pictures of them having money, cash, whatever. And then after that, they will tell you, no, I've got a business trip that is coming in 2 months. Hey, this and this. And then they will start asking money from you in hopes of, well, if this guy had money, he just doesn't have money now, but there's money that's coming. That's just a direct access to your money. Now, the other aspect, obviously, that we've been hearing a lot is the sense where they use ancestors to claim that, we need to mix your money with my money, blah, blah, blah. That's the nonsense that we have been seeing. The other one, obviously, that goes on is that they would claim that they've got a business deal that is not going well, that is going well. They have secured everything. They've got the money. They're only short 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000, and that's the amount that they actually want from you. With me, the guy tried it with saying that he had minerals stuck in Messina and they needed 350,000 rands in order to release them. When he comes back, he's gonna give me around 500,000 because the value of the minerals that he's going to go and sell is gonna be 2 million. He even said, I can even go with you to the place where we're going to sell. Don't do it, okay? Don't give any man any money. If he's a man and he needs you for help, he ain't man enough for you, honey, okay? You should go and date his level. Brokey, no brokey. That's it. So the other thing again that I'm gonna go ahead and say this basically is the last right now. I'm sure maybe we will also have a part 2 of the stuff that maybe I will have forgotten. The basic core of a love scammer is they will always find a way to ask you for money. That's when you know you're dealing with a scammer. They will always find a way to ask you for money. In every single aspect that you guys see, whether if it's the ancestors, whether if it's a contract that needs money, whether if it's minerals stuck in Messina, whether if it's the mother that is in the hospital sick and almost dying, whether if there's this and that, they always go down to, they will always want money from you. One thing about them is that if you actually, obviously I feel like at this point they know that if they come and they're like, hey, can I please have your card or your card details, your passwords and stuff, it will be too telling. So what they do is that they ask you for money. So the good thing about them is that you actually give them the money. Mostly they won't steal it from you. They will just find a way to professionally steal in a way that you're the one that goes to the bank, take the money and give them. When I tell you that if you meet a man a month, 2 months in, and he's telling you his mother is dying in the hospital, let that woman die. Let her go to heaven. Let her rest. It's her time to see Jesus, okay? Because when you're only meeting this guy 1 month, 2 months, his mother is dying in the hospital, he needs money. When? And I know some of you guys will think that I'm being heartless, but these are the ways that they scam. I know someone close to me who was scammed by a vendor guy that claimed that his child died and he had to go to the funeral. When she found out that the child was alive, literally, guys, when I tell you this guys about Satan, you need to be very careful. Love scammers are very brutal. So if anyone comes to you and they're coming to you saying they love you, that's fine. But if they now want your money, no. A man is supposed to be a provider, guys. Let's go back to like our grandmother's style. A man is supposed to be a provider. Stop being a mbokoto that gives men money. And remember, any man you build, that's not your man. Because no builder stays in the house they built. Okay, after they build the house, the owners are supposed to come and occupy. If you guys have too much money, maybe let's start an organization where we give in money, guys, and then we can help like children that don't have mothers, motherless children. We can go to orphanages, we can do that. But these love scammers that were giving money so that they can go and buy those white bands. And another thing again that I've realized is that the moment that guy, if he matches all these things I'm talking about and he drives a white Benz, run. It's like white bands have started to be like scammers uniform. They like them so much. They go to we buy cars and they buy them for about 280,000 rands, and that's exactly how it happens. So I do hope that you guys will have gotten a bit of information here. The basic core of it is that they will not scam you unless you give them money. So don't give any man money, okay? And obviously, after the last episode that I shot, I've had over 6 women that actually came in and they also want to tell their stories. So we're going to be having a lot of episodes that have to do with love scamming. And yes, guys, we are going to make sure that we hide you guys' faces. If you do not want to show your face, that is fine. I've also gotten the CEO of Mano here that is also going to help me in terms of altering the voices and everything. But honestly, one thing that I can tell you guys is that do not get scammed. It's November. They're about to travel home now, most of them for December, and they need money strong. I saw one comment of someone saying, I met him today and already today he was telling me about he's having a problem with this and this, he needs this and that. And this is what I said to say, guys, at this point, they don't have time anymore. They're being very aggressive with everything because they know that time has come. They need to go home and play big boy with your money, okay? So please do make sure that you stay awake. and don't give anyone money basically. Okay, so anyway ninjas, please do go ahead and comment down below what are the other things that you feel maybe I did leave out. Then we can have a part 2, because knowledge is power. If we educate each other and we all know, ain't nobody getting scammed out. Yes, baba. Okay, and please guys, also like open this for your mother. If your mother is working, born, everybody, even if she's 70 years, as long as she's working, she wakes up, she goes to work, she's already a target. The older they are, the more target they are, because they know that they don't have the information, most of them, because they're not on the internet, and the pension fund is actually a lot, so they know that's where they're actually going to get our gogos, our mothers, our aunties. So guys, stay woke. Don't just see this, also play this to your mothers, your aunties. Let them actually know about this love scamming that is actually happening in this country. Okay, so anyway ninjas, I love you guys so much. I do hope that you actually enjoyed this video from Owamie, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye ninjas.